I'm Amber. Welcome to my fuzzy life. Today I want to talk about dupes. Um, Recently this week I've seen several videos about dupes and differing opinions on dupes, whether they are useful or not, the different reasons people buy dupes, and so I kind of wanted to kind of have my little input because I do buy dupes and I have reasons for that. And so I just kind of wanted to, um, talk about that. Also, earlier this week, I did buy a dupe of a bag, and I wanted to talk about that experience. And I thought it would tie in. All of this would tie in together. So that being said, uh, I think there are two main reasons that people buy dupes. I mean, there's lots of reasons people buy dupe handbags, but I think they fall primarily into one of two categories. Um, the first one I think is that it's the reason I buy dupes is because I am looking for affordable for me alternatives to a really expensive bag I can't afford. So, my first experience buying a dupe was with the Coach Empire Carryall 40. I had wanted that bag so bad, and I just obsessed over that bag. And that bag is $695, and I knew I would never get that bag. Even if I had the money to spend, I could save the money for it and get it. But at that price point, I would never walk out of the house with it. It would never leave the closet. I would be afraid to use it. So I, had been looking for a dupe, and finally I saw someone do a video of an unboxing and a review for an Amazon dupe for the Carryall 40, and I got it, and I love her. I've done a couple of videos at least on this bag, and this is, it's faux leather, and but it is, for me, it's perfect. It provides that satisfaction. I don't. It's purse piece. It's my Coach Empire Carryall 40 for purse piece. This bag is. Same thing with the Coach Brooklyn bag. I really wanted that bag, and someone posted a video of a dupe they found on Amazon, so I got it. Same situation. This is my Brooklyn bag purse piece right here. I am completely satisfied and happy with these dupes. Um, so yeah, it's these are bags that are way out of my price range. The real ones are. And also, if I did spend that money, I could save the money to get them, but I would be afraid to use them because I just know that if I had one scratch or one little stain or any little thing on it, I would just be devastated. So that's why I purchased dupes, is because I can't afford the real bags. And even if I could, I'd be afraid to use them. So these bags, this bag was $76 as opposed to $695. As much as I love this bag and I take very good care of her, I take as good a care of her as I do any of the other real Coach or the Portland Leather Goods bags I have. Um, if she gets a scratch or a stain, it's I'm not gonna get upset about. Oh, I'll get a little upset, but I'm not gonna lose my mind over it like I would if it was a $700 bag. And the same thing with this one, the Brooklyn dupe. Same situation. If something happens to it, this was like $43, I believe. So yeah, if something happens to it, it's not going to be devastating to me. Um, so earlier this week, so I have been looking for a while. I've been looking at the Coach Empire Carryall 28, which is a purse size. It's a much smaller purse size version of this. It's identical, looks identical to this, but it's a smaller purse size version. It has, just like this, it has the one main compartment with the zippered closure, and I love me just the one main compartment. I'm not huge on multiple compartments in a bag. I can do them if they meet, I have certain requirements for that, and if they meet the requirements, I can do it. So, but I have been looking for a dupe of the Empire Carryall 28 for a while, and I haven't had any luck. But earlier this week, Tamika of Curvy Southern I can't, it's like a tongue twister, of Tamika of Curvy Southerner TV posted a video. She found an Amazon dupe for the Empire Carryall 26. And I've linked her video in the description. I've tagged her and linked her video. So I didn't even get all the way through that video before I had already placed my order with Amazon. It's a super cute bag. It's a true representation of the real bag. And it was $30. $30. And so when I got my bag 2 days later, I was so excited. I started doing the unboxing video. And shortly into it, I discovered it had a tear in it. There was a hole in it, and like some of the stuff was coming out, little stuffings was coming out of it. And so I immediately stopped everything because I knew I was going to return it and I didn't want to unwrap it any further. But I continued to examine the bag to see if I wanted to order a replacement. And ultimately I decided I did not want to order a replacement because it just wasn't for me. It just, for me personally, my personal preference, the bag was great. It was nothing against the bag. It wasn't the bag's fault. My personal preference, the bag was a little too small. It was a lot too structured, and I did not like the 3 compartments in it. So I knew that if I, but I kept trying to justify, it's only $30. It's only $30. Get the replacement. It's only $30. But I knew I would never reach for that bag. I knew I'd carry it once or twice after I got it, and then it would never see the daylight again. So I did a return and refund. But I have posted Tamika's link so y'all can go watch her video of the full unboxing and review that she did, because it is a really cute bag. And it's if you like, if you're looking for that bag, because I don't think it's on sale for retail anymore. I was trying to find it before I did this video. I was trying to look it up to see what the retail price on that bag was. I can't find where it's on sale retail anywhere. I only find pre-loved bags. But I think the bag originally was $4.50. I think it was. But yeah, so for $30, you can get a dupe of a bag you can't buy retail anymore, and you can only get possibly only get pre-loved. So if you're looking for that bag and you can't find it, it's a really good dupe. It's a very reasonable, good dupe for 30 bucks. So yeah, look at Tamika's video because it's really cute. It really is. So I returned it, and I was, glad that I at least had that experience with that dupe. So, and I posted the thumbnail is a picture. I took a screenshot from the little bit of a video I had started, the unboxing video, and I used that as my thumbnail. So the picture of me on the thumbnail holding the little bag with the wrapping around, that's the Empire Carryall 26 dupe that I got from Amazon and returned. It's a cute bag, really cute bag. But another reason I think people buy dupes, which, and people talk about, is to try a bag out for cheap before you invest a ton of money, possibly thousands of dollars, into the real thing, to see if you're going to like it, to see if it's a good carry for you, to see if it fits your lifestyle, to make sure you're going to reach for it. Because if you're going to spend thousands of dollars possibly on a handbag, you want to use it a lot. You want to get some use out of it. And if it's something that you're just eventually, going to use a few times and then just sit around and you only take it out for holidays or something, is it really worth it at that point? Is it worth it to you to spend that kind of money? So I think that, some people do use dupes to give it a trial run for the real thing. And I think that, that's a very good reason. I think it's a very smart reason to buy a dupe. I have seen videos recently this week. I've seen videos for a while now. Every now and then one will pop up. Someone will do a video about dupes and talking about if it's better just to spend your money on the real bag. Just spend the money. Don't waste your money on the dupe that you're not going to be happy with. Just invest in the real bag. If you don't like it, you can return it. Well, I know that if I had spent $400-500 on that bag, the real version of the Empire 26 that I just returned the dupe of, if I had spent that much money on that bag and got it and realized I didn't like it, that it wasn't for me, I would not have returned it. I know I wouldn't have returned it. I would have convinced myself that I loved it, that I was going to use it. I would grow to love it. It's just, I just got to get used to it. I'll use it. I may have used it once or twice, and then it would just sit in my closet. And because I would have had to save the money for that over a period of time. And I would tell myself, the way I would feel about it is, if I had saved $500 to get a purse and then didn't like it, I would think about all the time and energy I spent saving that money, all of the sacrifices I made, the things I didn't get to do, the things that I didn't buy, so I could save the money for that bag. And I would feel like I had to keep it to prove to myself that that wasn't wasted effort, that it was not all in vain. And then it would just sit in my closet, making me feel guilty every time I opened the closet door. For, forever, I guess. I don't know. But the $30 dupe was fine. I did not save money for that. I did not, I didn't have any time or anything invested. There was no sacrifice to spend $30 on the dupe. And so I was able to recognize this isn't the bag for me and return it. And I was okay with that. So I think that for me, I would, if it were a bag I wasn't quite sure about, I would definitely get a dupe first to make sure it would be a good fit for me. So I would buy a dupe for that purpose. I've also seen the other side of that coin, where I have a video that I'll also post in the description that I did of my journey to my Coach Laurel handbag. I desperately wanted that handbag for months, and I didn't want to spend the money on it. And so I kept buying all these other handbags, trying to satisfy that craving for that bag, to scratch that itch. And I ended up buying the bag anyway. Plus, I spent a whole lot more money on all those other bags than I would have spent if I just bought the bag I wanted. I just bought the Laurel to begin with. So I see that point too. I've seen both sides of the coin, and they're valid. They're valid reasons to get a dupe or not get a dupe. I think it's an individual choice. I think that whatever reason you find dupes beneficial, if it works for you, that's great. I will continue to try to find dupes of bags that I can't afford or would be afraid to carry, even if I could afford them. I have my little price limit, which is $250. And even then, it has to be a super special bag. And I've increased it. It used to be $200. I've actually increased it because a lot of the Coach outlet bags are, $239-ish, around there. They're between $200 and $250. So I have increased my budget limit a little bit, But again, I think that dupes do serve a purpose. And if they serve a purpose for you, then get the dupe, or not. If you agree that it's just better to buy, the bag you want and return it if you don't like it. If you're able to do that, I would not be able to do that. It would probably be different if I had, the disposable income to just, say, hey, I want that bag. I want that $600 bag. Buy it, get it, don't like it, and return it. No problem. You just about the same emotional investment as returning the $30 dupe earlier this week. But I know for me, I would have to save the money for it. It would be a whole lot more. I would have a lot more time and emotion, and it would be an emotional decision for me. It would not just be, I don't like this bag, I'm sending it back. It would be an emotional decision for me. So But so I do fully intend to keep on trying to find good dupes of bags that I want and can't afford. I'm team dupe. So anyway, that's really all I wanted to say about it. And again, please watch Tamika's video if you're interested in the Coach Empire 20 Carryall 26. You know, it's a really good review of that bag. And yeah, and I guess that's it for me. And I appreciate you watching. And y'all have a great weekend. Thanks.